Alright, we're recording. We're live.
But that's the thing. So she's older than me. Like, I went to my grade 8 graduation.
Yep.
And I left my grade 8 graduation early to go to her high school graduation.
Nice.
So she was older.
Yeah, good job.
Like, there's massive age difference.
Of course.
So, on my mind is, I'm gonna get some fucking pussy. Right? She's older.
Yep.
She's graduating high school.
Yep.
She's doing things.
Of course.
No, this girl's a fucking prude.
Oh.
Like, the biggest prude I've ever been with. There was grade 8 tail that was giving out more than this girl was in high school. So I was disappointed.
Right.
So I get a fucking call from her the one day. And she's like, "Oh, I'm having band practice at my church. Come over to my church." I'm like, alright, it wasn't too far from where I live. Not too far from where we are right now.
Right.
It's just on Coldwater where the church is.
Okay, yeah.
So I hop over there and band practice. They're doing band practice. She tells me, she's like, "Go up to the balcony, listen to the band from there. It's better." So, you know, blah, blah, blah. They're there. I'm like, and this is like the lowest and the furthest I've ever gone for tail. I'm in a church
listening to a
on a Saturday afternoon listening to a church band practice.
Right. You were such a badass. I thought I was bad in grade 8.
Right, so this is how it's going. So so band takes 5 and she comes up to the balcony. And oh fuck, I don't know anything about, I was raised Catholic.
Yeah.
So I don't
Clearly.
know.
I get that vibe from you.
I don't know what it's like at Christian churches.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if they do a lot of genuflecting.
Right.
Right, so this girl genuflected on my dick like you wouldn't believe.
Well, there you go.
In the church on the balcony. I'm like, holy motherfucking. Like, what the fuck? This is crazy. This girl never ever touched me. We dated forever. Never touched me. She decides she's gonna go.
She just wanted to rub God's nose in it.
So
the moral of the story.
there she is. No. So she's going, right?
Yep.
And I don't. Next thing you know, we're in the recreum. Not to be confused with her rectum.
Right.
But the requiem.
Slightly different.
I think that's what they call that. I don't know. Again, I went to Catholic school and Catholic church, and we had sex.
Good for you.
So in church, this girl decides to have sex.
Right.
So long story short, apparently this girl just needed to have as much God inside of her as she possibly could. Anyways, that girl's name today is Sister McLeod.
Well,
She's a nun.
Well, there you go. Tag and bag and none.
Welcome to Creepy
Welcome
Touch
to Creepy Touch
Pods.
Podcast. What are we even listening to today?
Oh, the Creepy Touch Podcast.
Speaking of riffs that get stuck in your head,
Yeah.
I've been sitting all day today at work because the last song I played before I walked into work was "I'm Broken." And I was just sitting there all day, just like just all day.
And that's a good way. That's a fast way to lose a job.
Oh man.
'Cause you deal with a customer and you're like, "I'm broken."
Yeah, I was waiting for like someone to talk to me and just start spouting out lyrics and just go horribly wrong, but I managed to stay away from it. But all day.
I lost a job once because I was watching way too much Clerks at the time.
I can actually totally see that. For me.
Yeah, you just lose jobs watching Clerks.
Yeah. So welcome to Creep Touch Podcast.
Yeah, we're back.
Again.
We're in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, so walk for face.
Yeah. So we're gonna start like a coalition or some other such group or foundation to raise money for kids without faces.
Yeah. So there's children born without faces.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
So we're gonna walk for face.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a fundraising just like people walk for cancer. Although I mean personally I would walk for like fighting against cancer, not for cancer, but people do it anyway.
I mean, let's be real. I walk to the comic store every day.
It's true. Yeah.
But this is Walk for Face.
Yeah, this Walk for Face. Because those poor kids, like, they're the silent sufferers.
They're the silent sufferers.
Because
They don't have faces.
Mouth. They have no mouth. They can't complain.
No.
You never hear them bitch about it.
So Walk for Face. So
Yeah.
donate money to Walk for Face.
And also the Creepy Touch podcast.
Yeah, give us your money too.
Given the choice between the two, donate to us, and then we will use that money to form this coalition / foundation / group of like-minded individuals and get that Walk for Face rolling.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Important stuff.
And yeah. So what have you been doing, bud? I haven't seen you in a while. How you been?
It's I mean, for you guys, you go from one episode to the next, and it's like we spend all our time together, but it's been a good 2 weeks, week and a half.
It's been at least that.
Yeah, which is like for us is unheard of. Normally 2 days is a long time.
A lot's happened though.
Yeah. Normally like a couple days my loins start to ache, and I'm just like, oh god,
Yeah.
where's Nick?
It gets tough sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a yearning, no, longing.
Maybe a shorting, an averaging. Pretty average. You feel an averaging for me.
I feel it.
Yeah, something anyway.
You can feel it.
Sometimes.
You can tell right now, listening to this.
Well, they can. Wait, are we talking about us or them?
They can. Them.
Oh, okay.
Who is pretty much just us if you look at our numbers.
It's damn close.
Yeah. So thanks for listening.
Yeah. You too. Good job. Each of us contributes a lot to this, don't we?
We're doing it.
Not actually doing it.
Unless that works. If you write us at creepytouch, creepy_touch at hotmail if you want to see us do it.
Or like us on Facebook.com/creepytouch666 or
creepy_touch on Instagram.
And creepytouch on Twitter.
Yep.
I don't know what our YouTube URL is. I assume you should know it because it's under this video. Click
Right.
it, please.
So you figured that out.
Subscribe it. Yeah.
But like it and subscribe it. That's the point.
Yeah.
Nobody likes anything. Nobody subscribes to anything. You guys are too cool for it. You're
Leave some comments. I don't think any of our videos have a single comment yet, so that'd be cool. I'm gonna start using my other YouTube profiles.
Yeah.
And leave comments so that I can start conversations with myself across multiple profiles. Make it look like we're way more popular than we are.
Yeah. So we're back. Anyways, because there's lots of news.
Yes.
Like we were letting the news build up. That's the whole thing. That's why we've been so long. But because there was so much news that if we released an episode, we would have had to release another episode instantly because of how much fucking geek and nerd news there's been.
There's been a lot going on for sure.
It's been insane.
Yeah.
I mean, the internet is just like, here's this,
and then also this.
here's this. Oh, by the way, did you see this?
Yeah.
So like both segments. So do we do 2 segments? We kind of do 2 or 3. It depends. Are they segments?
I don't know.
We intend
we're a
them to
very
be.
free flowing sort of show here.
But we have the CT scan.
Yep.
And that's kind of like just the generic geek news.
Yeah.
And then we have what we call the Final Fantasy news, which is probably the most clever name we've come up with.
Yeah, it's very apt. It describes it well.
And we feel that we should have the Final Fantasy news in there because the podcast is called Creepy Touch.
Yeah, we're fantasy inspired. Take that how you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's lots for both of those segments.
Yeah.
The third segment would be when we have like special guests or randomness like we did last week because that was our last episode.
Yes.
Because that was fun.
Yeah.
I had a good time with that.
Please like, comment, subscribe, follow, tweet something else if you like Americans on our show because that might convince her to do some more segments with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you get the Americans. Because there's probably people that are listening to this
Well, yeah,
probably American.
some like American.
This is just Canadian fucking propaganda.
It's true.
American sniper.
So I had Madeline's mom visit last week, which is part of the reason that we're a week behind on the podcasting. But
Amongst
that was fun.
Yeah.
I showed her a bunch of Canadian beer commercials because we have some of the best beer commercials.
We have the best. This is what you decided to show her as beer commercials.
Beer commercials, specifically the like old '80s Molson commercial about chasing beaver.
Okay.
Have you seen that one?
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah, she enjoyed it.
Look that up.
Yeah, Molson Canadian chasing beaver. Put that into YouTube. It's like 30 seconds. You won't regret it.
No.
What else did I do? The I Am Canadian one, because you have to.
Yeah, that was a big thing.
I also did the I Am Quebecois,
Yeah, that was
because
funny.
it's also relevant.
Did you do the 30 the America runs on Duncan's, Canada runs on Timmy's 30-second vine?
I should have done that.
That one's classic.
Yeah. We did a bunch of things. We made sure she tried poutine. She had a Caesar.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did she like Caesars?
Yeah, she likes Bloody Marys, and Caesars are like better versions of Bloody Marys. So,
Right.
what else did we did a bunch of. We went to the Big Shoot,
There you go.
which is pretty fucking Canadian.
Sorry, we can't bring you to the Big Nickel. It's a bit far.
Yeah.
We'll take you to the Big Shoot though.
Yeah. Which,
It's right. It's near Warminster, but not.
but not at
They
all.
had a Timmy's, but they changed it
It's
to a
like-
Duncan's.
It's like another hour past there, but it's right near
Country
it.
style. It is.
Yeah.
It's worth the drive though to Warminster, from what I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, if you need your tires changed and you don't want a Timmy's coffee,
Right.
so
So we did the Big Shoot. That was interesting. I've never actually been there before.
no.
It would have been cooler in like 3 weeks when it's active, but nobody was there, so we got to do whatever the fuck we wanted.
Yeah, you were just like running up and down the docks.
Yeah, that's exactly what we did.
There you go.
Yeah. Which, if anyone doesn't know what that is, Google it, because apparently it's the only one in the world, so that's a thing.
At the Big Shoot? Yeah.
Yeah, the Marine Railroad.
The Marine Railway. We also have it's in Simcoe, it's the Lift Lock.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that before?
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm sure there's other ones like that one out there, but that's awesome. I used to, when I grew up, my parents, my dad boated. So I know the Trent Severn Waterway really well, and I know out the other ways too.
Yeah. I did that last year, actually. When
Have you seen the Lift Lock though?
Yeah.
So like the one end starts at the bottom and the other one's at the top, and it just switches up.
Yeah.
That thing's fucking awesome.
Yeah. I did a day trip last year. We started at, anyway, we started at one of the rivers, and we just drove all the way up to like Lock 42,
Yeah.
and then all the way back.
Hells yeah, Lock 42, yo.
It was good. It was a good day trip. We just drank. Not that I condone drinking while boating or anything.
No, when we were kids, right? Like I was a kid, like 7, 8, and they would always let me go inside the locks and like show me how they work.
Nice.
And like, it's gotta be the best job in the world because you sit there and the controls for the locks literally look like something out of like a 70s sci-fi movie.
Solid.
So it's like lock on, lock off. That's like you switch this button all day long.
Nice.
Once the boats are in,
they probably get paid like a solid amount of money too.
I imagine so.
Probably like in the 20s an hour. I guarantee it.
Maybe.
I would bet.
Good. It's a good job.
It would be a government job, so yeah. But
Lock systems. You never know what you'll learn next on the Creepy Couch podcast.
We're nothing if not informative.
Yep.
Yeah.
You've learned about the locks in the Trent Severn Waterway now. That's the fourth segment. We always end up talking lots about Canada.
Yeah.
In Ontario
specifically around here.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's lots of interesting stuff. So anyway, we did that. I don't know what else we did. Oh, we went and got maple syrup. Some fresh made. Went out to Shaw's is closed. We went to Hewitt's because they've got that country store now out near Warminster.
Yeah, it's good.
It's nice in there. It smells.
We went and got our Christmas tree there.
It smells so nice in there.
Yeah.
That store is really nice.
It says right on the door, like, danger building, do not enter the building. Building contains nuts. Something like that. There's like a big warning.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah.
So we did that. I don't know what else. She got her maple syrup taken away when she went home.
Did you take her to like a root store?
No.
Did
I'm
she
not
see
going
a
to
root-
subject her to that level of Canadianism. I'm born and raised like multiple generations of Canadian, and I can't even handle root stores.
Not doing it.
No, just can't do it. I don't really like sweatpants, I think, is my problem.
These aren't geeky things though. You're telling me all they're
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah,
Are those is that the difference between geeky and nerdy news?
I guess. This is just relevant, I guess, to us being Canadian or
I guess so.
something. Anyway, enough about that.
I've done nothing Canadian.
And we went to Casino Rama.
They went to Casino Rama.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Which is fun. It's my second time going. Both times in the last month. So anyway.
Have you done anything geeky?
Went to the drive-in
Yeah.
last week.
What'd you see?
Went and saw Avengers.
Oh, I saw Avengers.
Yeah. Ran into some some Creepy Touch collaborators, I guess. Ashley and Jake were there, which was weird. We could tell because they pulled in and there was a gray Yaris in front of us that had an In Mind sticker on the back of it.
Yeah, that's pretty much in.
And my red Camry also had an In Mind sticker on the back of it. And I was like, actually what happened is I went to the bathroom and I came back and Madeline was like, hey, guess who's in front of us? And I was like, who? And I looked around and she's like, Ashley and Jake. I was like, oh, yeah, I see the sticker. So that was cool.
Did you like Avengers?
It was good.
I liked Avengers.
They've come up, Marvel and I guess Disney in general and stuff all have a very solid formula when it comes to their superhero movies.
Yep.
There's a whole lot of really well done action,
Yeah.
some awesome CGI,
Yep.
a little bit of humor and wit,
For sure.
and some sexual innuendo.
Right.
And,
yeah.
and Scarlett Johansson in tight outfits. Right?
Yeah, and this
Yeah.
time with Glowy, just in case she goes to a rave.
Yes.
She's all glowy. No, I haven't seen anybody talk about how glowy her uniform was. I was like, does it need that? That's my Avengers concern. Too much glowy on Johansson's boobs.
Well, I mean, the next one will be interesting. At least they're finally getting some actual badass villains starting. Thanos will be sweet.
Yeah, did you like Ultron?
I liked Ultron. He was funny.
Yeah.
They made him very relatable.
Now, did you like Vision? Yeah, nothing for Vision?
I don't know.
There's a scene, there's a couple of shots of Vision's there with his cape on, and I'm like, fuck, that's comic books right there.
Yeah.
And I'm a DC guy and follow Marvel just for the sake of I like comics, so I follow Marvel and the movies more so I don't have a rich background in the Vision.
Yeah.
But I love that character now. I'm like, that's the character I want to go see in Marvel movies now, is I want to see the Vision. They got me on that character in so little time that they had him. I'm sold.
He was a cool character. I like how they had it, like, brought Jarvis back, and now he's no longer Jarvis. He's more. And, I don't know. It was interesting.
I thought it was it's a good movie. Like, it's a well-made movie.
And the fact that he has one of the gems or whatever they call it, Infinity Stones.
The Infinity Stones, yeah.
Which obviously is going to be relevant when it comes to Thanos and the Gauntlet. But.
Right. So Infinity War's coming up, but like, there's been a lot of news about Captain America 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like concept art coming out and stuff like that and cast.
Yeah.
So pretty much all the Avengers you see at the end of Avengers 2 are in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then some from what I'm gathering.
Well, now they have the rights to Spider-Man,
so Spider-Man is going to be appearing in Captain America 3 Civil War. Cool. That's been confirmed for sure.
Yeah.
Vision's in there, like Hawkeye's in there, everybody's in there, Scarlett Johansson's in there, Robert Downey Jr.'s in there. Every movie that Robert Downey Jr.'s in for a Marvel movie, at the end of it, it's like, that's it. I'm packing it in. No more Iron Man. Like, he's been doing that since Iron Man 1, hasn't he? Did he do that at the end of Iron Man 1?
He's just making so much money off of it, and his popularity just skyrockets.
He's awesome in those movies.
He's just so perfectly casted for that type of movie.
Yeah.
It's like Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. Like, they're just the perfect matches.
Yeah. And then again, him and Tony Stark and Bruce Banner have the best scene again in this movie. With, spoilers, Iron Man and the Hulkbuster.
Yeah. Go sleep. Yeah.
That's probably the big scene again. I think that's the big laugh.
It was
great scene, good fight scene.
Really
but
well.
But honestly, like, I watched that movie and like if you took the first 13 minutes, I paid $13 for it. I saw it in 3D.
Yeah.
So I got a Star Wars trailer at the beginning in 3D.
Nice.
And that trailer in a theater with surround sound in 3D is fucking way better than seeing it on the internet.
Well, I bet.
So I got that, and then the first 10 minutes of the Avengers, and I was like, I got my $13 worth already, because the first, like, the opening scene, that's awesome, with them flying through the forest there, and everybody kind of gets their shot, and they do the slow-mo shot. Yeah. That's fucking comic book movie making. That movie has what comic book movies should have.
Yeah. It was good. I liked it a lot. They've got their formula. It works. It's enjoyable. I never regret spending money to see it. I don't know that I'll ever buy the movies or pay multiple times to see them or anything like that. But I go. I know that I can spend $13 and I'm not worried that I'm going to be like, I waste money.
Yeah, unless it's a Thor movie.
I like Thor movies.
I don't know. I thought the two Thor movies are my least favorite Marvel movies. They do nothing for me. They seem to do nothing with the story. And like, I'm a big Jack Kirby fan, and they borrow a lot from the Thor Jack Kirby mythos.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't.
They are like, they could have done a lot more or better with fight scenes in the Thor movies. I feel like the fight scenes are very bland generally. I mean, there was some cool stuff at the end of the second one.
Well, we're into, like, even from when those Thor movies came out to Avengers 2, a lot's changed for what you can do.
It's true. It's true.
But it was a good movie. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, worth seeing. So if you haven't seen it yet,
Go see Avengers 2.
worth the price of admission.
You gotta go see Avengers 2 because it'll set you up for Captain America 3, and you're definitely going to go see Captain America 3.
The real question is how long Captain America can keep in that good of shape for.
Captain America is timeless. You think he's gonna lose?
He's in the Avengers. He's out there and he's ripping wood blocks apart with his bare hands instead of using an axe like a badass. And you're just like, I wonder if those muscles are CGI'd. And then you're looking and you're like, I don't think they are. And then you're like, Jesus fuck! Like, do women hold us to that standard? Because I can't.
No, dude. This is the best news all week. This is the best geek news all week. So Dad Bod is in. This is the news all over the internet. Dad Bod.
Hmm?
Dad Bod.
Do tell.
Me and you have Dad Bod.
Oh, Dad Bod. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Rockin'.
So like geeks and Dad Bod are in. If this was high school,
Rolling it, you wouldn't have to go to church.
wouldn't be wasting my time.
Listen
Dad
to
Bod's
church
in. Like
meetings.
we're now's the time.
Good.
So there you go.
Awesome. Glad to hear it.
So
I still need to get in better shape.
you
'cause
can
there's a
rip
whole lot of
apart all the logs you want with your hands, Captain America.
There's just a whole lot of tattoos I want that will look so much better if I have muscles on my body somewhere.
It's true.
Like
Dad
I want,
Bod tattoos are not cool.
no, like I want some
Trust
chest
me.
tattoos, and I'm like, chest tattoos. I'm like, no, like they'll fold over themselves.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
Oh, why do you have a sad face? It's an anchor.
You know what I really want? I want the lion symbol from Cloud in Advent Children
Yeah.
that he's got on his shoulder piece.
Yeah, you want to get that?
I want that
on the
on
shoulder
my
piece?
chest. No, on my chest more.
You're a fucking geek.
Yeah. Yeah. Which reminds me, I still need to bring back your movies.
Oh yeah,
I've still got
bring back the movies.
Son of Batman and Flashpoint.
Those are good movies.
They were.
I enjoyed those.
I did as well.
Hey, DC movie news.
Yeah.
Tons of DC movie news. Have you seen all these pictures from Suicide Squad?
Yes. So, what do you think of Jared Leto's Killing Joke inspired?
Have we not talked? Are we so far behind that we haven't even talked about
not talked about
tattoo
him
thing?
as Joker.
Yeah, I mean, so they say now that the tattoos aren't part of it. It's kind of like a tease image. Whether the tattoos are part of it or if they're not, I don't care. I think that picture looked awesome.
I really like the tattoos a lot, actually. The thing that bothered me was more like the teeth. I didn't like the silver teeth so much.
The silver teeth tattoo, or I didn't even notice that. Did he have like a grill?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even fucking notice that.
Yeah, that part I didn't like so much. And I feel I don't know what it is. I feel like Joker's gloves should be more doe skin than surgical plasticky ones like he has on in that. But that's an aesthetic choice, so more than anything. But I like the tattoos, and the ha 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 tattoo worked really nice. Like that's a sweet tattoo to have.
That would be a sweet tattoo to have.
It was cool. I like that. And
So we saw it, but everybody else from that.
it's a very punk looking Joker.
Yeah.
Which fits. It's good. I like it.
And again, what they're doing, like if you watch Man of Steel, if they're going to keep with that kind of tone, and I'm sure they're going to switch the tone up a bit to make it more of a universal cinematic universe like they're doing with Marvel.
Yeah.
So they'll switch it up. What they're going for is very grounded, over the top, I think.
Yeah.
Which works for some people. Doesn't work for other. But
Yeah.
again, Zack Snyder, man, like that
Well,
guy.
and DC's
I think
always
he's
been
amazing.
the more based in reality and grounded between the two universes, because
I don't know. It's
as much as DC superheroes tend to be a little bit more towards the not based in reality and less realistic, their actual worlds are a lot more realistic. Like, they're a lot darker and gritty, and people are bad just because they're assholes or
Yes.
because they're psycho. They don't have these convoluted reasons all the time. They do sometimes, but like, I feel like in that sort of world, Jared Leto's version of Joker fits as a very believable character.
So from Suicide Squad, we'd seen Harley Quinn now. Have you seen the Harley Quinn pictures? Deadshot. We've seen everybody. Killer
Yeah.
Croc, Enchantra, who is like a huge. I love Enchantra, like a big fan.
Yeah.
And so we've seen.
Enchantra. You should
They're
check
all in that group shot. Have you seen the group shot?
it. I saw the group shot. I didn't.
She's in there. She doesn't look like.
Unlock your iPad.
Come on, dude. You gotta know what my password's gonna be.
Probably no effects, but
Probably.
let's see here. Cause yeah, like I've seen a lot of the individual shots, but I didn't go in depth with it. Like, I didn't examine it thoroughly.
So yeah, and apparently there's been a lot of sightings of Ben Affleck in Toronto.
Which is cool. We should go to Toronto though.
Yeah. So he's on set for some Batman scenes. What was I saying? Enchantra? That's some fucking drunken shit. Enchantress.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm
I
excited
think
for
we're off to something.
it. Yeah. Everyone, like, the cast looks real good.
Yeah. Will Smith looks cool as Deadshot.
Will Smith always looks cool.
Yeah, he does. It's funny. He's in I Am Legend,
Yeah.
which had that fake Superman Batman poster in the background
Yeah.
that everybody talks about. Now he's in this movie, which is an offshoot of the Superman Batman movie.
Hey,
Yep.
he knew. I'm holding your iPad upside down, but it doesn't matter.
Don't hold my iPad upside down.
Do what I want.
You can do that with iPads. That's why iPads are the best.
Okay, I had someone that. So my job is a phone-related tech support type of deal,
Yeah.
and I had someone call in yesterday because they were having a hard time connecting their BlackBerry Playbook
What?
to their Wi-Fi.
What?
So that was fun. It ended up being, do you know how to access the Wi-Fi settings on that? No. Well, neither does anybody else on the fucking planet, so here's BlackBerry number. Go call them.
Yeah, give him a shout.
I have no idea what the BlackBerry operating system looks like on that playbook, and neither does anybody else, because they stopped supporting it 2 weeks after they released it.
Blackberries. So I learned this. So this is what I learned.
You learn things?
Yep. So old dudes that are cool,
Yeah.
the young kids say that they're on vinyl.
Oh.
So like,
Is that a new, like a trending
yeah,
saying
that's the thing.
now?
That's the saying. So they're like,
That's
they'll use it in a
apt.
sentence. Yeah, there's fucking Nick from Creepy Touch. That dude's on vinyl.
That's
Right?
cool. I like that, actually.
Yeah.
It fits.
So this is the other one. So then they're like, there's old dudes that are not cool.
Mhm.
They're like, oh, here comes fucking so and so. He's a fucking Blackberry. So that's what it. So you're either on vinyl or you're a Blackberry.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I like it.
that's awesome, right?
On vinyl works real well. Like
Right?
an actual-
I'm on fucking vinyl, right?
Yeah.
I'm not just fucking kidding myself over here.
Yeah.
I may have been drinking all day,
Yeah.
but I'm on fucking
I'm super,
vinyl.
super jealous. I don't have a day off until after.
You are one of these people that are probably. You should say that I'm on vinyl. So if
Yeah.
you say that I am, then I am.
It'll catch on, and yeah, like if I say it, it's clearly true.
Okay, other DC comic news.
Right.
This is awesome because I have a daughter.
You do?
Yep.
Yes.
And her name is.
And if you hear the baby monitor go off during this podcast, that would be his daughter.
Yeah. So, DC Entertainment and Warner Brothers and Mattel launched DC Superheroes Universe for Girls in fall of 2015. So it's going to be like a line of. I imagine they're going to go full first. So, clothing, comic books.
So you're going to
Probably see like web series. But it's all like aimed towards the girls.
So you're going to spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll buy Violet some stuff too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Does this Wonder Woman outfit come in like a 34 waist?
No, look at the picture. It's all like super young girl approved.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
So it's just strong, inspiring female leads.
I would hope so. And I'm a fan of all the women of the DC universe. Like,
Wonder Woman has a shield?
hells yeah, she does. So I'm down for that.
Neato. Is that supposed to be Poison Ivy?
Yeah, I think that's Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy's a pretty popular DC character.
Yeah. I just find it weird how they've mixed heroes and villains. Kind of mismatch all over.
Poison Ivy's been here and there.
Yeah.
She's played the. She'd go both ways, you know what I mean? Dude, you know what I've been doing?
What?
You know what I started doing?
Masturbating?
I've just started masturbating.
Good for you.
Yep.
Better late than never.
Yep, here I go.
Your hands red yet?
This is essentially the geek equivalent. I've been cataloging my comic books.
There you go. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, you mentioned you were going to start that. How's that been going?
I've got 3 boxes done.
Out of...
4 days.
Right.
I did it in 4 days.
Okay.
Out of 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So by the end of the month.
Yeah, well, I'll take my time. No rush. I'm having a good time, though. I'm going through all kinds of old shit.
You, like, picking ones out and be like, oh, fuck yeah, and then reading it and that's slowing it down?
No, I haven't been reading. That's the problem. Like, I've got a stack of new comics to read. I've always got a stack of new comics to read.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh, fuck, I want to read this comic, but I've got to catalog this comic from 1992.
That's the year I was born.
Yeah? Yeah, I came across a couple comics from then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now I've got from 88 to so 1988 to 1997 cataloged.
Well, that's a pretty decent chunk.
Yeah.
But those are also kind of... Isn't in there where you stopped with comic books for a bit, though?
No, that was afterwards. There was some 2000
Okay.
up to 2000s in there.
Fair.
Doesn't matter. It's fun.
Yeah. I've always liked doing that. You have a big collection or something, you sort it out. It's always
Yeah, and I'm finding shit all over the place. I'm like, why is this here? And I'm missing stuff. I'm like, where is this? So I'm like it's a bit of an exploring hunt. It's like, you like open up a DVD case.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey. So you open up you open up Watchmen.
Yeah.
And it's fucking Caddyshack inside. And you're like, fuck. And you gotta follow the trail. I'm like, okay, so go to Caddyshack, go over to Caddyshack,
Yeah.
Caddyshack back, you're like, fucking Kick-Ass. You go to Kick-Ass, put Kick-Ass in, you go back, you're like, fucking Princess Bride? You put in Princess Bride, you follow that shit all day long, you're fucking, you can reorganize your entire CD and DVD collection that way.
Oh, absolutely.
It's the same thing, but this is with comics, and there's like fucking 300 comics looking at all times.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I did
Also a lot of fun.
recently. I know how much you love Magic cards, but recently I was like, I'm gonna check the value of some of my cards that I have.
Yeah.
I was super pumped to find out that the one card I have was worth $50 is now worth $150, which is awesome. It was also very sad to learn that one of the cards that I had a chance to buy for $3,000 is now worth $9. But whatever.
Oh my god, dude. I forgot about this shit.
What did you forget about?
So there's a company now.
Mm-hmm.
This is the best. This is the strangest news I've heard in a long time. It's amazing. So, I'm going to read you the headline. Remember your loved ones by putting their ashes in a dildo. So this company is taking your husband's ashes, possibly your wife's ashes, doesn't matter. Your wife's gone, you're free to do whatever the fuck you want now.
I guess.
But they put it in a dildo, so
Just put that shit in a dildo.
you have that,
Wow.
right?
Wow.
Incredible. These guys are making a fortune, I
Is
bet.
it visible? Like, is
Yeah.
it like a see-through clear dildo so you can constantly see your loved one's ashes as you fuck yourself?
It sure as fuck is.
Oh, it's in like a capsule inside. Okay.
Yep.
I thought it'd be more like they mixed your ashes with the gel and then solidified it and then put a coating over that so that it didn't rub off.
No, you're a fucking weirdo.
Well, you know,
Hold on, I'm getting...
I'm not
I'm in
not
the kitchen.
I'm not a weirdo. It comes in some weird fucking case. What is... So there's a dildo. Like, that part I'm clear on. What is the other part? A bullet?
Well, I hope so.
Well, it's vaguely egg-shaped, so I'm assuming the Japanese love it. They do all sorts of weird shit with eggs.
Do they eat them live?
No, but they insert them anally.
Is that a thing? Is
Yeah.
that like a weird stereotype that I didn't know about?
You never seen, like,
Japanese people
egg porn?
always putting eggs up their butts.
Apparently it's super hard not to break them.
Not to break eggs?
Yeah, when you're inserting them into your ass. I guess it's some sort of skill. They probably value it very highly.
I don't know. I don't believe in that skill.
I don't know. I think it's pretty impressive.
I'm not trying it
I
either.
don't know. I'm still deciding whether it's disgusting or arousing. I'm not sure where I stand on that part of it, but it's impressive nonetheless.
Star Wars news, sir.
Star Wars news.
Yep.
You mean besides the awesome trailer I just showed you?
The Jar Jar Binks Force Awakens trailer.
So for anyone who hasn't seen that, YouTube it. Just type in Star Wars: The Binks Awakens.
Yeah.
Super good.
I'm a big fan of Jar Jar Binks. I had a Jar Jar Binks coffee mug, and I worked at a gas station. And I fucking drank coffee out of that proudly. People were like, "Fuck Jar Jar Binks." I'm like, "Fuck yeah." Kind of been that way.
I like Jar Jar. I don't think he fits real well in the Star Wars universe, but I like him as a character.
Yeah, like if he was a character not in that movie,
Yeah.
maybe I would like him.
He's a funny, cool character. He's just not what I want to see in Star Wars. You know?
The Binks Awakens.
Yeah.
So Star Wars news. You can go on StarWars.com, and there was 4 new episodes of Clone Wars that was released.
Right.
Do you like Clone Wars? Did
I
you watch
have
that
not
show?
watched Clone Wars.
Clone Wars is probably the best fucking thing that's ever happened to Star Wars.
I've heard very good things. A lot of it from you.
Yeah, Clone Wars is the best show, the best Star Wars.
I'm
anime.
sure you have it all on a thumb drive somewhere, and I can borrow it.
I have it all on Blu-ray.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Even better.
So there's 4 episodes that were kind of in production that they put online.
Yeah.
You can watch them online.
Right.
They're kind of put together like cinematics and put together footage, but it's called Bad Batch. And there was a clone number 99. He was like the Quasimodo.
Yeah.
Yeah, of the clones. So this is kind of part of the Bad Batch. It brings back some clone characters that they dealt with really at the beginning of the show.
Mm-hmm.
That show, if you're gonna watch that show,
Yeah.
there's don't watch it in order of seasons. Get a list.
Okay.
Get a chronological list of the show before you watch it to watch all the episodes, and they're all on Netflix, dude.
Probably.
No, they are.
Okay.
I've been watching it recently since May the 4th. I've been watching a lot of Clone Wars.
I said that to Madeline. I was like, "May the Force be with you," and she's like, "Oh, you're so funny." I'm like, "No, like it's international Star Wars. Yeah, like that's a real thing."
No, like I'll show you. I've got a list here. You gotta watch it in order. Anybody listening to this, watch Clone Wars in order. Find a chronological list. The first episode you should watch is season 2, episode 16.
Huh.
And then season 1, episode 16, And then the movie Clone Wars. Yeah.
That's cool.
And then once you get into the further seasons, it goes in order. But they kind of jumped around at the beginning and told different stories from different time spaces.
Neat. Yeah, once you get into season 4, it looks like it's all in order.
Yeah.
But up till that, like, three's mostly in order,
Yeah.
but not entirely, and then 2 and 1 are all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
Neat. Now I know.
Watch them. It's a fucking great show. And you know what else is an awesome show and coming back? Clone Wars Rebels. Or, sorry, Star Wars Rebels. I'm still stuck on fucking Clone Wars. Star Wars Rebels coming back season 2. Starts in June. This is awesome. So, episode 1.
Do you have cable TV?
Yeah.
I thought you were getting rid of it.
No, I still have it.
Oh, okay. I still have it too.
I've upgraded. I've got more of it now.
I keep saying I'm gonna get
I
rid of
called
it.
them to cancel it, and I've got twice as much as I had to start with.
I keep saying I'm gonna get rid of it because I'm like, I don't ever watch live TV. I also actually have more now because I subscribe to HBO so I can watch Game of Thrones.
So Clone Wars or Rebels is coming back. Have you seen Rebels? Oh my god! So Rebels is just as good as Clone Wars, done by the same people.
Yep.
Great show. More of a continuing story, less jumping around with different characters. It's this core group of characters. Dude, it's awesome. It was a fucking great show. So I watched season 1. It's amazing. So that's coming back in June.
Good.
With a 1-hour episode season premiere.
Solid.
Yeah.
I love when they make season premieres longer.
Yeah, and then episode 2 should come out sometime in October.
Good. Not waiting long or anything.
No, so we've got
A couple months in there.
a good fix.
There you go. That'll keep you occupied.
Yeah, I'm waiting just as long for this fucking Star Wars movie to come out.
Which, by the way, we're definitely gonna see, like, so many times.
Yeah, and you can see Rebels right now on StarWars.com. You can watch the whole season on there. It's free. Watch it.
I'll have to do it.
Yeah. And those Clone Wars episodes, so you go watch those Clone Wars episodes.
Well,
and
no,
then
like, I'll have to
Rebels episodes.
watch them chronologically. So that they make sense to me. So anyway.
So that's a lot of Star Wars news.
A lot of
There's
Star
tons of
Wars?
Star Wars. There's, dude, we could sit here all night long and talk about Star Wars news.
There's a lot happening on the horizon with Star Wars. It's a resurgence, and it's good. I'm glad to see it. I watched Fanboys again recently,
Yeah,
which is awesome.
that's a great
I
Star
love
Wars
that.
little
Love
movie.
that movie. There's so much love that goes into that movie that you can see and feel when you watch that movie that it's people who truly love Star Wars.
Yeah, for sure. That movie's hilarious.
And then never realized, because I only watched it once or twice and had never really watched any of Nick's favorite movie series type stuff. But now that we've watched Clerks together, I went back and I was like, oh, there's a Jay and Silent Bob cameo in this. I had not realized.
Yep, they'll show up everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Watch. They're in like Scream 3. Have you seen Scream 3?
No.
They show up there.
I don't do horror movies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why this isn't a horror fucking podcast. We never talk about horror movies on this podcast, dude.
It's because they fucking scare me. Shit's scary. Dog. But they had a funny cameo, and I was like, oh, it's Jay and Silent Bob. And I was like, who? And I was like, you know, from Clerks. And she's like, oh, you the stoners who sell drugs? I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's them.
That's them. Okay, you ready?
Maybe. Am I ready?
Yep. You should be ready.
Am I? Final Fantasy news.
Dude, tons of Final Fantasy news. There's lots going on. Do you have lots of Final Fantasy news?
I don't have a lot offhand, but I've been reading stuff. I get those Square Enix emails. I'm like, fuck yeah. I'm gonna refill my drink. You should just fill dead air for a minute here.
So you're gonna fill up your drink, and I'm just supposed to fill that air.
I don't know if they can hear me. But probably not.
Right at the beginning of the Final Fantasy news segment.
Yes.
So I'm gonna talk about Final Fantasy now.
Well, I need a drink.
Well, I'm still playing Final Fantasy 9. I'm playing a lot of that. You still playing Record Keeper?
I am.
Yeah.
I have 4 characters at level 50 now.
So I'm still in my 20s, but I'm working on my way for what's her name from Final Fantasy VIII?
Renoa.
Renoa.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They've been keeping the events and the new content coming fast, which is good.
tons of content,
Yeah.
constantly.
Yeah.
So that game's going strong.
Yeah. Really enjoying it. It's still fun.
I haven't touched Typo, but I'm playing Final Fantasy IX in my spare time. I'm busy.
Have you killed Ozma yet?
No.
That's the first thing I did when I played that game again. Well, like, obviously not the first, because you have to get pretty far into the game.
Like, you have to, like, get to the end of the game.
Yeah, but, like, once I got there, it was the first thing I did. I just grinded out to 99, and then went and fought Ozma 20 times until I flipped out and got lucky enough to kill it. Because even with all the best accessories and perfect stats and everything else, if Ozma uses one wrong ability, you die.
Yeah, I've kind of been collecting everything in Final Fantasy IX to attempt to beat Ozma, but
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see if I get that far into it.
The save file I have, I think on my PS3 actually, has me with Ozma defeated, but I haven't cleared the game. Because I was like, Ozma's dead. What do I have to work for now?
Did you get the book in Alexandria?
I don't remember.
I think that fight's harder than Ozma.
Oh, the one in the library?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I did.
That one always got me harder.
He got you hard?
Yep. I love fighting that book. Oh man. I thought that book had all kinds of dirty pictures in it.
Did have some pretty.
That was a history book that Professor taught. Drew dicks all throughout it. Dicks and vaginas. That's why you gotta fight that book.
Yeah. It's just so angry at being violated. Some cool ports of things that used to only be in Japan.
What ports?
After Stories coming.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I never thought that would ever come over here.
Yeah. At least I'm pretty sure I can't check my email because, you know, we're using this to record, but I'm fairly positive that I remember it being an email that said that they're porting that.
Alright, so I'm happy about that then.
Yeah.
I'll play that. Did you see this? They have a deluxe edition of guides of 7, 8, 9 coming out.
No.
So it's all like a hardcover edition of the strategy guides for 7, 8, and 9.
Oh my fuck.
Yeah.
I don't have this kind of money.
So they look really nice.
It comes with some nice lithograph prints. Damn it.
Yeah. I have those. My 7 strategy guide has no cover and is beaten to fuck. My 8 strategy guide is good, and the 9 strategy guide, I hope that's a true 9 strategy guide because the one that came out was useless. The strategy guide for 9 that came out was kind of like, oh, I probably have it right here because I'm playing 9. Yeah, I do.
Oh, so you did.
So inside of here is like printouts from the internet from when it came out because
The actual strategy guide sucks.
the actual strategy guide itself gives you these things like go on play online like there's a certain creature in this forest who can help with an AP boost. Go to play online to find out more. And that's what the strategy guide pretty much is.
And
He's
is
like,
the
now
player
go
online
here.
link dead, probably.
Oh, I'm sure. I have no idea. I have played Final Fantasy IX enough times that I can play through this game blindly, but
Yeah.
so I wonder if that's it. And they all look like so they match this Final Fantasy 13 Deluxe Edition I have.
Yeah. Yeah. It's real nice, and the thing is, but yeah. So After Years is coming out shortly in English.
What do you mean in English? I have After Years on my Vita right now.
Um,
Coming out for what? Coming out on Steam.
I think so.
Yeah.
The funny / awesome thing about these strategy guides is I always told myself if I got super rich I was gonna buy all of the books that I loved and have them typed out by some person that I paid money, and then all covered with white leather with silver accents, and that my whole library would just be white leather and silver accents, and that's exactly what these strategy guides are, is white. Not leather, but white and silver accents.
Well, you can save yourself $5,000
yeah.
for a strategy guide.
Well, I mean, I'm not rich yet, and I don't have a person I can pay to do that, but, you know, that's a good start to my library.
Yeah, they're pretty nice looking.
And well worth having. Especially because I'm probably going to buy 7, 8, and 9 on Steam so that I can play them with upgraded stuff and things.
So other Final Fantasy news, that there is a patch coming to Final Fantasy 15 demo.
Okay.
And I guess they're going to change a lot of things. Pretty much revamp the entire demo from what they've done. So, like, I guess the lock-on's going to be fixed, and some different character interactions, possibly even the addition to other party members.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So now it's 2 demos for the price of 1.
Seems to be that way. We'll see.
That's cool.
And the big Final Fantasy news. Drum roll. Square Enix
Yeah.
are holding their own EA press conference.
Yeah. That'll be good.
So they're not going to be announcing at Sony or Xbox, or I guess they wouldn't announce anywhere else. They're definitely not announcing at EA or Ubi, but so they have their own press conference now. So they're just doing their own.
Good. I don't know why they didn't have them before. They're big enough. Maybe because it mostly is a North American thing.
I think they're bigger now because they have like IDOS and a couple of those other
Yeah.
subsidiaries under their belt now.
They've definitely branched out a lot into the North American market, especially. Like, they've always been strong here, but only with certain series.
So now when they have a show to go, like, here's Kingdom Hearts, here's Final Fantasy,
here's Star Ocean, here's...
here's Tomb Raider,
yeah.
here's, what's the X...
Deus Ex.
Deus Ex, yeah, like, they've got a lot more to show off now.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. So that kind of bundles up Square Enix for me, or for E3. I can watch E3 for a total of an hour and be done.
Instead of having to watch all the press conferences.
To see what's going on.
We still have to watch at least 2 or 3 hours, because you have to watch the Square Enix one, and then you have to watch the Nintendo one.
Nintendo only does those small directs online. So I'll watch the Sony and the Square.
Yeah.
Oh, who are you kidding? I'll watch them all. I watch Xbox. I watch them all if I can on E3.
Yeah, I used to skip school to watch E3. It used to be the highlight of my year. You're like, oh, E3's next week. I'm going to skip school. I'm going to stay home. And you get together with 1 or 2 of my friends who are nerdy, and we're going to watch E3. We literally skipped school to watch news. Really. I loved it. It was awesome. It was good times.
E3's coming up, eh?
We'll definitely have to do an E3 edition podcast that's like split into 3 parts or something. It's super awesome. We can give our reactions to everything. It's basically going to be a whole lot of, that looks fucking awesome.
Did you see this? Amazing.
Yeah.
They announced Turok for the Oculus Rift.
Yeah. Oh my god. I want Oculus Rift to be good.
Yeah,
So
so Turok.
Yeah, Turok.
And Mario RPG.
Fucking love Mario RPG.
Right?
I need to play that again.
So, here's the thing. You've been talking about
Star Ocean?
No.
No.
Legend of Dragoon.
Yes.
You've been talking about it.
Yeah.
So, as soon as I'm done with 9, like, I just can't wait to start Legend of Dragoon.
Have you played it before?
Yeah, of course I have.
Alright, I will.
I've played it a couple of times.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I want to play it again. So, I want to play through that.
It's so good.
But,
Does not age well, really.
no, I think it ages fine. I'm fine with it.
But the battle system in it is just so good. Final
yeah.
Fantasy IX ages real well because they didn't go for like super realistic look. They went for that cartoony feel, so it's fine. But I find when I play like 8, for example, that tried to be very realistic, it doesn't age super well. But it's recent enough that it looks good still.
No, shut your face. That's a good game.
And right now, so I don't know if I mentioned this, so I played Honey Pop when we talked about my hentai games and shit. So I decided to play another game that is really only released in Japanese, but people have done like a robot auto-translate. So I'm playing this game called Kamidori Alchemy Meister. Super awesome. So it's turn-based, kind of think like Fire Emblem sort of gameplay. It's like turn-based, lots of characters, like 10 or 11 or 12 characters that you can control and place in the battlefield, and they move to squares, and it's all grid-based, tactical, turn-based RPG combat. And there's 3 main girls, and you get hentai scenes with people as you go through the story. But the actual game itself is like super, super RPG, so like tons of crafting and upgrading weapons and unlockable stuff and bonus enemies, and it's really awesome. I'm loving it a whole lot.
Alright, I'll check that.
Plus there's boobs.
Is it on your computer?
It's on my computer. I will find a thumb drive and put it on there so that you don't have to go through the horror of downloading it that I did, because that's the one that I was downloading in like 26 parts. I mentioned this actually on the last podcast. There's like 26 or 27 parts of 200 megs each.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what that is. And I finally downloaded it all and consolidated it, and I'm playing it. I love it. It's awesome. But you can only choose one girl per playthrough, and it changes the rest of the story. So I'm going to have to play it 3 times, and I'm like 40 hours in, and I'm still on the first playthrough. And I love every second of it. It's good. It's censored, which sucks, but it's good.
I think censored's even better. Less is more, bud.
That's true. Oh, fuck yeah, bud. Fucking right. It's good, though. Like, it's not a game where it's like boobs all the time. It's just like, you reach a certain point, and then there's boobs, and you're like, yeah.
Oh, here's the boobs I've been looking for.
Or like you fight like harpies, like enemies, obviously. And like as you get them to low health, their clothes fall off. And you're like, yeah, exactly. My sword sliced right through that spaghetti strap top that all my enemies are wearing for protection.
Which is pretty key.
Mm-hmm.
I find, again, less is more.
Nothing makes me want to kill a harpy more than knowing I get to see its boobs before it dies. You know?
Yeah. Gorgonize.
It's super fun though. Even if you like ignore all the nudity, which really is just a very minor part, it's a really solidly made RPG with a lot of content. So,
What are we up for time here?
I don't know, we're probably at about an hour. Yeah, 57.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, we covered all kinds of news.
We really compacted it in there.
Well, we had to catch up.
Yeah.
Well, we have questions. There's questions that are supposed to be answered. Can we find them?
You can look. We've been putting it off. So again, we will cover the news part fairly well for the most part. We might miss things here and there, but we've got a decent amount of coverage. When it comes to hearing how hilarious we are, though, we rely on you, our listeners, to send us in some awesome questions, some situations and what we would do, or just some philosophical ponderings, and send those to our email or Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or whatever the fuck else we're on. And,
Sorry, what was that? Philly cheese sandwiches?
something like that. But, that's what's gonna make us have that funny content. Oh, and also, because we didn't mention it yet, GoFundMe.com/CreepyTouch. We still only have the 37 from his wife.
37
In a row?
in a row?
Which reminds me, we need to have, like, a dinner and movie night again and watch, like, Mallrats or Clerks 2 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've added one more person tomorrow since we've been gone.
So what is that at now?
I don't know. So we've got Brandy though.
Okay.
So Brandy's in it.
Well, because he
It was one of the. She was one of the tougher ones. I wasn't sure if that was gonna happen or not.
Oh, good for him.
Trying to find.
They were...
We've got a lot of images.
Did you make sure that you looked at posts to my wall and not posts by me? Because that was a mistake I made last time. No, you didn't.
No, because there's a lot of pictures on here. You must have posted that.
Yeah, I posted a lot of record keeper pictures on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least just way back.
Bringing up all the memories.
Bringing up all the past memories on Creepy Couch. I don't even know, what were the questions? What were they about?
A bunch of cat questions. Here.
You think you're going to find it?
Maybe. Oh, God.
Also, it's Mother's Day. Are you going to do something for Mother's Day?
No. I don't get along with my mom.
You would have met your grandma.
Yeah. I think we're gonna make her dinner.
You have to. You know what? I saw it at Walmart on clearance right now, so good price. There's Star Wars figures 2-packs. I picked some up for myself. I got Yoda and the Emperor.
Nice.
Yeah, there's like $7.98. So I don't know what your grandma's into, but
She'll deal.
those
Alright,
will probably.
So we got a bunch of questions from our loyal viewer Jacqueline.
Jesus Christ! Good questions from lawyers.
We knew it was a matter of
Fucked.
time. So these are a bit old, and we apologize because we were supposed to answer these 3 episodes ago. But a lot of shit happened, and also we totally forgot about them for a while there. But so we're answering them now, and she has a lot of questions about pussy.
About pussy?
About pussy.
Well, we're pussy experts.
Yep. So, first question: what is pussy's best quality?
What?
That's what her first question is.
I like how warm pussy can be and how cuddly, you know?
Yeah.
Like a bowl of soup on a rainy day.
Yeah, it's comforting and familiar, and it's there for you when you need it.
Yeah,
Usually.
pretty much.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Next question.
I'll actually agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the comforting part. It's all about
Yeah.
comfort. What is your favorite breed of pussy?
Like
For me personally, I'm gonna go with Caucasian.
I've had a tortoise hair. I've had a couple of tuxedos. I've had a calico,
I like the Caucasian naked variety. That's my favorite.
but I think if I had to pick, I would go with the hairless.
Yeah, the Caucasian hairless.
Yeah.
It's my favorite breed of pussy.
Whatever.
Let's see. What would your names be if you were pussies? It's totally irrelevant. We'll never be pussies.
Right.
Probably still Zach and Nick.
Probably. It'd be like, Nyek.
And
Nyek. Like something annoying.
yeah.
That's what pussy sound like.
Oh, here we go. What is your favorite pussy-related memory?
Oh. I'd probably have to go with fighting Mewtwo for the first time.
Care to elaborate?
Like it was a big deal. You finally got there. You couldn't believe it. You knew you were going to tell all your friends the next day. You're like, what am I going to say? How am I going to say this shit went down? Went up to the cave.
Had my master ball ready.
My basketball ready. I fucking casted that shit out. Bang. First try.
Yep. Only shook once.
If it shook at all. Yep. So that would be.
Alright. Let's see. Who is your favorite fictional pussy?
Oh.
There's so much fictional pussy out there. I've slept with a lot of fictional pussy.
I mean,
Like a lot.
every night I'm thinking about fictional pussy. It's all fictional.
Yeah. So you're like a power girl type of guy?
I have a cat right now, Doorway.
Yeah.
And I wish she was any cat but the cat that she is.
It's true.
Right? So I'm constantly thinking, I'm like, Scat Cat from the Paul Abdul video. Right? What other there's so Puss in Boots. There was a pussy with some skill. I mean, at least that cat had boots.
It's true. Wearing boots when you're a pussy is difficult.
I mean, not through your house.
Yeah. Like Americans.
Like Americans.
Yeah. What is your favorite color of pussy?
Oh.
I don't think we should answer this one. This is, although back to the breeds thing, is kind of the same thing.
Yeah, I like a lightning bolt. A red lightning bolt. That's my favorite color.
Okay.
Like she's like the Flash.
Or Shazam.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel. Here's a loaded question, and I don't think that I would probably break a calculator on this one. How many hours of your life have you spent watching pussy videos?
Oh. Wow.
More than I have spent not watching pussy videos. That's my answer.
I mean, what's the point of having the internet if you're not watching pussies on it, right?
Well, exactly. What else is it for?
Whether they're just being cute, or they're sitting
Doing-
there drooling,
Doing weird things with balls of yarn.
you know, batting at the balls.
Sometimes they just swallow things whole.
Oh. And then there's always the ones where they, like, get wet,
Yeah.
and they hate it.
But they look so good.
Yeah. You know, so, I mean, that's why we have the internet, is to watch videos with cute pussies. Cute little... Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's basically. And then Jacqueline sent us a picture.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how cute is my pussy?
I mean,
I'm gonna have to give it like a solid 8.
it's an 8. It looks like the softest hair I've ever seen before in
It
my
looks
life.
super soft. And the coloring's really nice.
Yes.
You know, very, very pale, but a little bit of fleshy color near the top. Just to let you know that it will react.
I mean,
when you're playing with
I'm
it.
looking right into it.
It's like it can see my soul.
Yeah, like this pussy has captured my imagination.
That's a pussy that you could get lost in.
Like I wanna go make art with this pussy. Like something I you know what, I'm gonna give this pussy a 10.
Alright. I'm still gonna have to stick with an 8. Just because there's a lot of hair. I don't deal well. I'm not from your generation. You're used to it.
I'm from the 80s, so
Yeah. Hair's, but and then her last question is, would you go out with the eHarmony pussy lady or cat lady?
I
If anyone
mean,
who hasn't seen that video, it's auto-tuned. But
I imagine that if I wasn't married, and like if I had to go back out in the dating world now, yeah, absolutely,
I don't think you have
I'd
a
take
choice.
what I could get.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I thankfully it's not something that I have to contemplate all that much. I'm doing okay from that. But if that was what was available to me, then that would be what I did.
Yeah.
I think that's how you have to approach that. You can't just be judgmental like that. So we're now at an hour and 7 minutes. That's probably about where we should end her off.
I mean, so that's kind of what you do.
Yeah.
You ended at about an hour.
Yeah.
All right then.
So send us some more questions on Facebook and Twitter and emails and other media sources, because they give us some interesting segments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So thanks for listening.
Yeah. Next week, hopefully, we'll have a little bit more of an American splash to us.
Yeah, or you never know with this show. This show, see,
We're consistently inconsistent.
consistently.
That should be our
inconsistent.
That actually should probably be our motto.
Pretty much. I mean, I probably sound the least drunk, or maybe the most drunk. I don't know. I'm pretty drunk.
You're more drunk than me.
Whatever. All right. So till next time. LLYS.
LLYS, y'all.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to Creepy Touch. Give us your money. GoFundMe.com. Have I mentioned how much I hate that my phone's encrypted?
Pretty much.